Welcome to the Simply Financial Podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Calandra. I want to increase your financial IQ with a discussion about bank rates. And I'm going to use bank rates, and generically, I want to capture checking accounts, CDs, money markets, passbook savings, online savings accounts. I'm just generically going to say bank rates. What we find is that we've entered into a new era. As you know, for a long time, bank rates were pitifully low. We were essentially in a 0% interest rate environment for an extended period of time. It was not uncommon to see bank accounts earning as low as 0.01%, basically zero. Well, a lot has happened over the last couple of years. Inflation really took off in the beginning of 2021 and got to red hot levels in the summer of 2022. And inflation has come down, but to combat inflation, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates aggressively. So now this new era is upon us. For the first time in a long time, bank rates look pretty attractive. And I know discussions with clients, they have taken note of this, as have I and the team here at Elliott Wealth Management. It seems way more attractive because now you could get 4, 5%, sometimes more. And that means that $100,000 now would earn $4,000 to $5,000, possibly more in a year in interest. And that's a good rate, but it's especially a good rate compared to where we were. So I want to encourage you to make sure that your bank monies are earning a good rate of return. I'm a big fan of online banking. That's what I use personally for my long-term savings, my emergency fund. I use an online bank that's complemented by a brick and mortar traditional full service bank. That's kind of how I'm set up. But I want to encourage you to take a look at your bank accounts. Make sure you're getting a competitive interest rate on your bank accounts. What we find, especially with the brick and mortar banks, the traditional banks, the power banks, if you will, their interest rates have come up a lot slower than you would think in this really competitive environment. They've been slow to react in raising interest rates in some instances. So shopping around within your bank to make sure that you're getting the best deal is appropriate and might be very profitable. You could also look at competing banks, traditional banks, as well as online banks. There's some fierce competition out there. For the first time in a long time, banks are doing promotions. They're trying to attract new customers, and you can score some very good deals either with your existing bank or if you entertain opening up a new banking relationship, either switching completely or complementing your existing banking relationship. Because if you could go from a 2 or 3% to 4 or 5%, that's not going to change your life, but that will definitely fall into the category of smart money moves for the new year. So please consider doing an evaluation of your bank accounts to make sure you're getting a good rate. There's some deals out there. I don't want you to get cheated and get substandard interest rates simply because you are not paying attention. Make sure you're getting competitive rates. So that's today's message. Hope you found it to be worthwhile. I'll be back with you on the next episode of the Simply Financial Podcast very soon. In the meanwhile, please subscribe to the podcast and recommend it to a friend. Thanks again.
The views expressed are not necessarily the opinion of Osaic Wealth, Inc., and should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risks, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Please note, the information being provided is strictly as a courtesy. When you link to any of the websites provided here, you are leaving this website. We make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of information provided at these websites. nor is the company liable for any direct or indirect technical or system issues, or any consequences arising out of your access to or your use of third-party technologies, websites, information, and programs made available through this website. When you access one of these websites, you are leaving our website and assume total responsibility and risk for your use of the websites you are linking to. Securities and advisory services are offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC. Insurance services offered through Elliott Wealth Management Services, LLC, not affiliated with Osaic Wealth, Inc.